Welcome to Sunday Live Dharma. My name is Rebecca, and today, Reverend Qi Gong is going to be sharing her stories about her recent trip to Korea, including her work at the 25th World Scout Jamboree. And we'll get to see a video, so that'll be great. Let's begin our practice by relaxing our minds and bodies with Qi Gong. Stand up behind your mat. And how about we start with finding our center, finding our balance. And so feet shoulder width or even a little more apart. And think of where your center of balance is, generally around here. And our hands at the waist. And we're just going to go back and forth. Yeah, like we're on a boat. Exactly. So we're not doing this. And we're not doing this. We're not leaning. We're just just bending the knees, really. And this is your center of balance here. Good. Yeah, so it feels like we're all in a boat right now. Or the subway. With nothing to hang on to. Okay, good. Great. Let's start with loosening our ankles. In one direction. Definitely hearing popping. That's excellent. Other direction. All right. Other ankle. I also like to sort of bend my toes a little bit back and forth. And knees. Circle knees, whatever feels good in whichever direction. Getting them ready for sitting meditation. And the other direction. All right, move up to hips. Again, we're moving our hips mostly, not so much our torso around our hips. Yeah, exactly. Just in a gentle circle. And back the other way. Good. Move up to shoulders. Just some shoulder shrugging in one direction. Get rid of some of that tension. And back the other way. Okay. Now maybe more arms and shoulders. Get that stretch going in one direction. Kind of arch your back if you can. And other direction. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Get some of that tension off of the shoulders and wrists, wherever it is, legs. Bounce as you wish. Twist whatever feels good. Twist to a side. You can go side like this. Back. Forward. A little bit more intense with the hands and body. Slow it down. Feel the energy you've created. Breathe up, push out. Bend with a straight back. Energy ball. Pull it up, overhead, and down. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. Let's do the last form of the 10 form Tai Chi, which we worked on last week. And if you weren't here, that's totally fine. It's called ward off. We'll do an energy ball, do a little T step. We're going to step out and ward off. So we have this front hand is blocking something here. And this lower hand is also active, potentially blocking. You guys look great. Okay, good. We'll do that again on the other side. Energy ball, T-step, ward off. Great, I'm gonna add something. We'll do the rest of the form. We're gonna do energy ball. We're gonna do ward off. And then pull the sparrow's tail. I think that's the name. Grab, pull it down behind you, cross your hands, push away, pull. This is like ocean wave where you pull and push. Okay, let's try that on the other side. We'll do energy ball. Wait, yeah, sorry. Step, ward off, pulling the sparrow's tail, cross hands, push, ocean wave. Good. Feet together. Let's do 1 breath in and down. Thank you. Now join together in 4 bows to Dharmakaya Buddha.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take time to find your most comfortable position and wiggle to release any tension in your body. Gently rock front to back or side to side until you find the point of perfect balance. Breathe in, grab all your tension. Breathe out, release any mental or physical uneasiness. Relax your whole body. It is okay to slouch a little bit if that feels more natural. Let your mind's eye focus on belly breathing. Breathe and listen to your body. If your body agrees, gradually sit up tall. Gently straighten your spine. Focus your energy on your lower abdomen. You may start to feel your lower back growing stronger and your chest and heart opening. Open your eyes softly. Look straight ahead with a level gaze. Let your eyelids relax and softly align with your ears, with your shoulders. Tuck your chin in slightly and let your shoulders melt downwards. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. If your face and body begins to itch, simply let the itching pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change your position very slowly and quietly. When you move, maintain a calm stillness to honor the silent practice of those near you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them or react to them. When left alone, thoughts will disappear by themselves. Continue to bring your awareness back to your dungeon abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. You will no longer feel any distinction between yourself and others. You will be free from the limits of time and place. In our meditation, may our ever calm, ever bright spirit be with us.
Page 4. Bonjour. First sing in Korean and then chant in English.
원지영이여 심정 만사여에야 심통 정지여와 동일체 하여 정지동 심정 정지영이야 심정 만사요에야 심통 단지요와 동일체 하여 천지용 심정. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven and earth and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth.
Palms together. In September, we offer our prayer of gratitude to the earth for sharing bountiful gardens. Squashes and tomatoes have become part of our bodies. Now, the garden is cleared out for fall vegetables. As the autumn season begins, may our open, light-hearted spirit shine like the glow of a September sun. In this month of contemplation, maturity, and transition, may our mind and spirit be strong and mature like the stalks of autumn grain. May we let go of depressed thoughts and worries. May we allow our minds to be free and fly like birds in the open sky. We are happy that Reverend Wonggong safely returned from her trip to Korea, where she reached out to many youth at the World Scout Jamboree, guiding them to experience peaceful meditation and hope. We are grateful that Reverend Wonggong remained healthy while enduring a heat wave and a monsoon, and that she could reconnect with her spiritual and family roots in Korea. O Dharmakaya Buddha Fourfold Grace, we send our loving, healing energy to all those who are suffering from fires, floods, and natural disasters. Through this prayer, we extend our compassion to those who endure war and persecution. May our Dharma sister, Lara, be protected during her time in Ukraine while she volunteers to teach children there. We pray for the health and well-being of all our temple members, practitioners, and visitors. May their families and friends receive the beneficial energy of our practice. May this month be filled with our steady practice of stillness, contemplation, and mindfulness. May there be healing in our hearts, in our communities, and around the world. This we pray.
It's ocean wave, little boat. It's like a floating back and forth, side to side. We are floating. Lots of splash. Oh, I can taste salty water.
Good morning. Did you enjoy the video? It showed one of the Jamboree activities at Ha Island in Korea. This is the Dharma Hall of the retreat center at Ha Island. Summer may not have been the ideal season for me to visit Korea. It seemed like I was sweating the whole time. It was hot and humid, even more than North Carolina, believe it or not. I felt like wiping my face was the main activity of my summer. My brother-in-law, who drove me to the Jamboree site, said, "Gong, if you keep wiping the sweat from your face may wear out and disappear." Nonetheless, it was a great 6-week trip. The main reason I went to Korea this time was for the World Scout Jamboree. As some of you may be aware, the Scouting movement was started by Baden-Powell in 1907 in England. The word Jamboree originated among Native Americans, meaning joyful celebration and happy gatherings. The World Scout Jamboree is a global event that brings about 40,000 or 50,000 youngsters together from around the world. The event aims to promote peace, cultural exchange, personal development, and global understanding among young people. The participants engage in a wide range of activities, including sports, cultural performances, and educational workshops. Whenever I was in the Jamboree, I felt a strong, joyful sense of unity among young scouts. Then why Won Buddhism in the Scouts, or why Won Buddhism in the Jamboree? One of the values in Scouting is spiritual development. For every Jamboree event, there is a village called Faith and Belief, which includes 12 different religious groups. Every 4 years, a different country hosts this worldwide event, and I've been fortunate to participate as one of the representatives of Won Buddhism since I was in college. Every Jamboree is unforgettable. 4 years ago, the 24th World Scout Jamboree was hosted in West Virginia. Reverend Ginger and Nick were dispatched to run the Won Buddhism programs there. Our temple friend Bob Brown, who is a scout leader, also helped us with this big truck to take our gigantic meditation gong and all the necessary supplies. This summer in Korea, for the 25th World Scout Jamboree, many concerns arose during the extreme heat. However, Won Buddhism Scout Council members did their best in their roles. There are 3 different venues where I led meditation sessions for the Scouts. So here are some special moments I would like to share today. Special moment 1 at Ha Island. As you saw in the video earlier, Ha Island is a beautiful place. I'd like to take you all there. In the summertime, however, it was extra humid from the ocean air. Luckily, the lodge where I stayed had AC, so I was able to go inside from time to time to cool off. Like many places in Korea, however, air conditioning is available only during scheduled programs. This can be good for the growth of mold. So you look at the beautiful meditation hall. For 3 days at the meditation hall on Ha Island, I cleaned mold from surfaces before programs. Does it look clean, mold-free? It was a lot of work and I sweated bullets. It is called survival camp. They rowed the boat to cross the ocean to reach this island and stayed in the tent with a very basic, cooking. They, make a fire, all those is fun. Then that next morning is official meditation program that we are leading. After the morning session, and I can feel they really enjoyed it, especially when I think of the very challenging weather condition outside. And it is like, recipe for them, resting and healing moment. And I was deeply touched because after this meditation, there is extra time for them to come back meditation, and it was voluntary need. So I thought only 3 or 4 kids may come back who would like to meditate more. Then surprisingly, a lot of those teenagers came back to experience second meditation. So that was a very special moment for me. And they said, when I go back to my country, we don't have meditation like this, so I want more. Second special moment was at Saemangum. This is the Won Buddhism tent, and next to Won Buddhism tent, there are other religious groups creating their own programs and settings. The main Jamboree site was Saemangum, which is a huge reclaimed tidal flat. It is known as the longest embankment in the world. The size of reclaimed land on the coast of Yellow Sea is close to 70,000 acres. However, with the several complicated situations with extreme heat waves, lots of concerns were raised, yet among these challenges, most participants maintained their cheerfulness and minds of resilience. That was deeply touching my heart. Looking back on my Jamboree experiences in other countries, there were also many challenges. I remember many times that we had to walk at least for 30 minutes or an hour under the strong sun in order to eat a meal. So I often chose to stay in this tent and skip the meals. Because of my main role was at Hot Island this time, I did not have to stay at Saemangum, this Jamboree site, except Sunday. Sunday was a day for spirituality, so all the fun activities are stopped. And all the young scouts, they think about their spirituality or join exploring different kinds of religious activities. Then we are all together leading a meditation Dharma service. It was really hot under the tent. And I look at the Reverends, they are wearing extra robes. I did not wear a robe at the time. The scouts were there more than an hour under the heat, following the guidance of meditation and listening to a Dharma talk. And then after the whole program, this young scout came to us and said like this: you can hear, right? I was just amazed. He said that this meditation service was the best program among whole Jamboree activities. Wow. I don't mind sweating again like that. Special moment number 3 at the headquarters of Won Buddhism in Iksan. Due to the storm, the Jamboree was stopped from the Saemangum site, and all the scouts were dispersed all around the country. Some came to Wongang University in Iksan, and they explored the headquarters of Won Buddhism. This is a very special historical Dharma hall. And that chair next to my left, our founding teacher, Sotaesan, actually sat there. He gave Dharma talks at the early stage of Won Buddhism. So young scouts gathered in this historical, beautiful Dharma hall. They followed the guidance of meditation. We chanted together, "We are one, we are whole." And one of the scouts after the event, this program, asked a question: what brought you to become a Won Buddhist Reverend? And then, I have only 1 minute. So I just said from my heart, and then surprisingly, those young scouts started to give me applause. That really touched my heart. After the Jamboree, I visited my family. My younger sister and older sister. I appreciated my sisters and brothers who kindly welcomed me in their homes and gave me rides to places where I need to go. My hometown, a very famous the mountain restaurant that all different kinds of vegetables, you put them together and mix. And would you like to go there and eat together? My sister and brother-in-law, my brother-in-law is retired, and then he was always available to give me rides here and there. I was surprised. He memorized the whole Won Buddhist scripture in Korean, not in English. I also gave a couple of talks from Sunday services. One of them was at the temple where Reverend Sean used to serve. And they want to say hello to you. Does it work? So the members there, they really missed Reverend Sean, and then they want to really say hello to him and to everybody here. Okay, they said all 안녕하세요. That's all. Whenever I visited different temples, I introduced our North Carolina Temple YouTube channel. Guess what? We now have 150 additional subscribers in Korea. Yay! Our North Carolina channel is international. While staying in Iksan, I enjoyed meditating at 5 a.m. with other reverends, and especially with the head Dharma master. Waking up at 4:45 a.m., listening to the beautiful gong sounds, and walking to the historical meditation hall where the founding teacher used to teach was the most enriching time for me. It was a powerful experience for me to reconnect with my spiritual roots and receive nourishment from the homeland of Won Buddhism. Also, having our online mini retreat with practitioners here in the US was very special. Some of the participants shared their reflections like this. Meditating and practicing together with Reverend Won while she was in the heart of Iksan was magical. Being at Master Sotaesan's memorial site and sacred pagoda and seeing his familiar prayer in his own handwriting added a powerful depth to our time together. As we meditated in these sacred places together, geographical distance dissolved, and the blessings of online communication and connection were beautifully revealed. I enjoyed the virtual tour of the gardens there. The retreat was peaceful and refreshing. Thank you for reminding us from Korea that we are indeed one, sharing the same one world, sharing the same air. The story about our retreat was covered in the One Buddhism newspaper in Korea. Your interest and eagerness to learn and connect with the founding site of One Buddhism made for an inspiring story. I also did some shopping for a temple bazaar and open house this autumn. Prices have gone up. My sister helped me shop, and Reverend April's mother also kindly assisted. I was surprised to see many changes since I last visited Korea 5 years ago. New constructions, more cars, more varieties of food, and many lovely tea houses. I was so enjoying that. It's called this, all different kind of mushrooms, and the broth made out of herbal medicine flavor as well. So very rich, healthy food. I received so much kindness from my homeland, Korea. My summer trip was both meaningful and fruitful. And I will tell you what. All along the way of my journey, you were the wind beneath my wings through your practice here. All along the way of my journey, you were the wind beneath my wings through your practice here. Thank you. 감사합니다. Now we're supposed to have a Q&A session. So if you have any questions about my trip, then we can have an informal sharing.
So how many countries were represented in the youth that were there?
How many countries representing? Usually 150 or 170. Usually only a couple of countries were usually communist countries. Except those countries, I think every single country has Boy Scout, Girl Scout organization, youth programs.
How many scouts participated in the Jamboree?
Total this time, 43,000.
So just for online books, the question was how many joined in the Jamboree?
What was the most common language? Did you have a general language that you used?
The common language during the Jamboree, or whenever we have any conference meeting, usually, you can guess, English, and sometimes French, and if we go to Arabic countries, there is the Arabic language as well, but mainly English. You're lucky.
Were you there when they had to evacuate because of the typhoon?
Yes, this time, unfortunately, all the scouts had to kind of evacuate. They dispersed to all of the different part of the countries in the middle of the Jamboree. So in a way, some people interpret that as the Jamboree site from that Saemangum is kind of expanded to all over. So some people feel very sad, and scouts very sad, because being in nature and being together with everybody is very powerful, but in a way, with your own country unit and troop, you have to travel together, different part of the, experiencing different part of Korean culture. And a lot of scouts really enjoyed, especially I think they highlighted K-pop. And they are all teenagers, so they enjoyed that teenagers, cool music and dance together. Yes, Frank.
Were there any benefits, you think, of the fact that the Scouts and you suffered these environmental challenges? Did you see an upside to having to disperse and so on?
So the question is, was there a benefit to having the Scouts needing to disperse because of the storm, and they were going in, it sounds like they're national groups here and there. How was that?
I think ideally it would be best to stay there entire time. I always remember first day, it's so hard. Second day, still hard. Third day, still hard. But from the fourth day, it's settled in. And then fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth day, it's like a home. Your own place, you have a rhythm, even though it's not comfortable like being at home, but then you kind of create your own rhythm and system, and it works out automatically. And that's part of the beauty of the scouting together outside. And then by the time, everything's perfect now, we can stay here forever, then you have to remove everything, get ready to go back to home. That's my experience every single Jamboree or whenever I'm camping outside from these programs. The benefit of, I hope that our young scouts from all over the world this time in Korea, they really have opportunity to practice grace from home, from their heart and mind of resilience, and finding joy, wonder, and happiness, and lessons, and so much opportunities to experience different part of the country. And I hear a lot of happy stories, but still, there are some sadness that this program didn't continue as it was intended originally.
How is your family and how are the twins?
Oh, thank you. She asked about my family. I was kind of very amazed to see very calm, settled energy from my family members, because for a while I felt, okay, my mom, my dad are not physically in this world anymore. So, there is no special meaning in a way to visit my hometown. Sometimes I felt that way. I used to feel that way. But this time, even though it was one night visit, I spent time a little bit and shared the meal with my brothers and sisters and their children. And they are all kind of settled. I was delighted. My Sophie Ruby's father, he was into dance. So I went to his dance hall. He's almost like an instructor to teach the people in the little town how to do the dance. And then it was delightful to see, because his back problem is kind of gone since he was doing the dance exercise. And then plus that gives a lot of him some kind of sense of confidence and joy. And then I really cheer that for him. And my older brother also, he is now serving as one of the council members in the city. So, and he loved to serve the citizen in the town, in the city. And then their children are all grown up beautifully. And then as you all are familiar with Sophie and Ruby, Sophie decided to follow the path to become one Buddhist Kyomunim. So she's about to go to the college for the seminary course. Yeah, let's hear some questions from online friends.
Many friends are showing appreciation for your sharing and everything. Becky asks, what is something that you learned or experienced? What is something that you learned or experienced at the Jamboree that you would like to pass along to youngsters here?
That's a really good question. I learned again how pure energy they carry. And you don't have to really communicate well with the language, but that they are like a sponge. Even for like a 1 minute meditation,
And they are so open, and they're ready to be friends, ready to share, and ready to experience. That openness is so gives me the message of hope for the future, because we really need to promote our global understanding as one family in this planet. And just being in that kind of being a witness of that each time when I'm at the Jamboree, that's a wonderful message and reminder. For those young scouts who shined with their beautiful spirit, I want them to keep with that spirit and are willing to learn and explore the difference of the world and of different differences that we all have. The question.
First one, if you're going to develop any K-pop moves, introduce them to Qi Gong.
So the question is, has Reverend Wong learned any K-pop moves, and if she has, will she introduce them in our Qi Gong?
That's wonderful. I think in the past, Reverend Jin did something similar. So, Reverend Shen, are you up to it? Okay, let's check it out. One more questions. There, good. No more. Well, thank you. Yes, Bob.
About what percentage of the scouts at the Jamboree do you think were girls?
So the question was about what percentage of the scouts at the Jamboree were girls?
You know, the program where I was at Ha Island is called Survival Camp. So I was kind of imagining, probably more boys than girls. However, a lot of girls there, actually. Maybe more girls than boys. Thank you all for your deep listening and practice. By the way, do you like this neckerchief?
Yes.
The neckerchief shows this, if you're wearing something like that, then, you're a scout. And this shows the Korean flag in a way, yin and yang. So if you look at the Korean flag, on top, red color, the bottom, blue color. So by looking at the color and the image and design of the neckerchief, you can see which country you're from, and then within the country, which unit of your scout you're from. And the young scouts or even leaders, they love to swap this neckerchief. So some of you end up wearing like a tan, by swapping. This is called waggle, and this is beautiful leather. And then it has the Republic of South Korea and the 25th World Scout Jamboree as Haemangum, and then there is the logos. So this is another item. So one of the neat activities you can see probably from the YouTube videos, the young scouts, they swap things each other, and then you end up having all different kind of the collections. Then in a way bringing the world to your own home. That is extra sharing. Thank you. Now let's stretch our legs. Massage our knees.
Thank you all for practicing with us today. My name is Jen.
And I'm Anthony.
Yeah, what did you think of the service today?
I thought it was great. I thought a couple of themes that really came up for me was the interfaith and international unity. It reminded me a lot of the saying, many wells, one river. Also, I thought that the combination of historical, traditional, and the innovative, modern technology really, I thought, to me, hit home the concept of timeless and placeless practice. Jen, what do you think?
Well, just reflecting on the videos and the pictures, one of the things I felt was this very deep sense of community. I saw all the things that we see here, like all the meditation spaces. They had the moktoks and meditation cushions and the same picture of Master Sotaesan that we have. And I just felt like we're all one, and through these things, you know, we do these things here, but I've never really seen them done in Korea, and I've never seen pictures of other places. I just felt like we are all in this together. It was amazing.
Thank you. Okay, so a couple announcements for y'all. This evening at 5 p.m., our sister temple in Raleigh is hosting a peaceful summer evening meditation. Please join if you are able. It is a beautiful way to end the day and begin a new week.
And next month, Reverend Wonggong will be leading a wonderful retreat at the Dharma Center in upstate New York. The theme is In Nature, Our True Nature. Check out the Dharma Center's website at wondharmacenter.org for more information and to register. Also, our garden has survived summer's heat, thanks to all of the bodhisattvas who watered it this summer. And there are a lot of plants to water. But now weeds are growing fast, and we need some TLC out there, need some help with weeding. So please join in and make our gardens welcoming places of peace.
And now let us bless each other with our morning prayer song on page 13.
Dharmakaya Buddha, for grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind, may I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha, for grace, I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, for grace, I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
In gratitude, waving hands to our friends online.